Well, fuck me sideways and call me Charlie. They are finally doing something right.
Contact! Target locked.
Viper 1-1 on approach. Multiple targets sighted. Raining fire.
And yes, oh yes, they have done something alright. I played the open beta this weekend, and I am surprised at what turn Call of Duty has made. It's amazing what talent and effort does and how to bring a fan base back to a well-loved but disappointing franchise. Well, disappointing no more. Mind you, this is a beta, and I did encounter a few glitches and bugs, especially with my internet connection. Battle.net does not like wireless connections apparently. A 50-foot Ethernet cable from Walmart fixed that issue promptly. But footage and the like, it's beta, so beware. But I digress. Let's take a look-see. The moment you hop into game, it's apparent of some of the graphical changes that have been made since Infinity Ward's last entry, Infinite Warfare, which was released in 2016, and I would hope so. 3 years to develop this beauty, and I think it paid off greatly. It's fucking gorgeous to look at. The character models, maps, and weapons textures are absolutely stunning, especially on PC, so go our team on that one. Maps put you where you want to be. No more futuristic crap. Actually well done, well designed maps. Open, gorgeous locales that you are excited to be playing in. They have a fresh feel and open up new possibilities for combat. Along with new ways of spawning in, like on a little bird or an APC of sorts. Adds to the whole thing. Also, apparently ray tracing will be cool as fuck too. So for you RTX people out there, enjoy your 25 FPS of glory. The UI has changed for the better, I find as well. Black Ops 4 didn't strike me as an easy to figure out menu system. Though similar, Modern Warfare has it in the bag for me. Easy to navigate and understand, for an unimportant Canadian, thumbs up. Sound design makes the game.
Changing max.
The guns and explosives sound and feel powerful. The voice acting for the announcers are great, and footsteps and distant gunshots have been refined to be able to find the direction of the enemy perfectly. So, what about the game? Well, it's not what you expect from Call of Duty, but it also is kind of what you expect. Let me elaborate. Past titles throw this run-and-gun competitive attitude at the player and forces you to play that way. Though there is a nudge in that direction, it isn't in your face about it. It lets you play the way you want to without much for repercussions on your playstyle. You want to be a sniper every game mode? Do it. You want to sit in a cave and cover your corners all game? Do it. I don't find this game has much of an emphasis on the competitive esports-esque gameplay. It's meant for newcomers, veterans, and tryhards alike. The 3 lanes have been replaced by random entrances and exits to areas, buildings to fight in and around, and what seems to be a bit more freedom to explore. Multiple playstyles have good effect in this game and actually add to it. I found a lot of people following others in some effort at teamwork, which panned out most of the time, and a lot of people were actually playing the objectives in game modes for a change. New elements have been added that let you sit a gun on a ledge or peek around a corner by what they are calling mounting. This provides a rudimentary bipod and a way to peek around corners, which is a welcome addition. Climbing up ladders now gives you the ability to use a pistol to fight off any unwanted people in the vicinity. Also a lovely addition. Jumping, vaulting, and sliding are all smooth and very useful, along with the new tactical sprint. Now, I didn't know that there was a tactical sprint, so to speak. I just thought you sprinted, but I am no soldier, so I may be wrong. But all this allows you to do is haul ass a little faster to cover while under fire, and I have used it quite a bit. Once again, awesome. A new mechanic is using doors, and as arbitrary as that seems, it's great. You can open a door with a prompt and be a little quieter, or sprint through the door and announce your presence to the enemy with a bang. Most buildings also have small entrances to crawl through. Though this gives you time to be killed while crawling into, it also adds a very stealthy entrance into an enemy position. The gunplay follows up with this as being some of the most responsive I have ever played. Aiming down sights while reloading is amazing and keeps you on target. Running and gunning has its advantages and drawbacks, but overall, shooting is just an amazing feeling. I did read that some people were having issues figuring out sensitivity and things, but I never had an issue with it personally. Fiddle fucking around with some of the controls for a little bit and voila, everything figured out. All guns that I played with had recoil that tended to coincide with the damage output. Whether this is truly a coding thing or my imagination, I don't know. Low recoil weapons took a little longer to kill someone with, but you could stay on target, whereas high recoil weapons tend to be 2 burst kills with less control. I found it quite balanced, but we shall see how fucked up that gets come full release. The time to kill here isn't atrocious either. I didn't find that killing someone was unfair. Even seeing someone first didn't necessarily give me the advantage at all. It once again felt balanced. Oh, and you shoot someone with a sniper rifle once, they tend to die more often than not. Thank fuck. Finally.
Allied cruise missile launched. Allied UAV overhead. Enemy cruise missile, take cover.
Kill streaks I didn't find to be spammed all of the time, so you aren't really having too much issue getting around and avoiding most. UAVs and cruise missiles are the most common, but aren't really a nuisance. I enjoy this also. Mind you that this will most likely change when the game has been out for a month. Ranks, again, make an appearance and at no surprise at all. Though I do feel the reward system for ranking up is quite well done. I seem to be unlocking things quite quickly, and in a game where that is needed to become a better player, it's kind of nice. New and old perks make an appearance, throwing some old school and new school into the fray with nothing seemingly overpowered. All perks fit a certain playstyle, and I think that gives great diversity to each player. I am the type to usually stick with very little perks to begin with, but we shall see what happens when I get my hands on a full release. Weapons, new and old, make a comeback into this game as fun to use and beautiful to look at. Some favorites return to the beloved franchise, though missing those brands from Modern Warfare 2. Gone are the days of the Remington ACR, and in with the M18. The MP7, MP5, P90, AK, and ACR, as previously stated, are back for another run among many others in this Modern Warfare revival. And with the weapons comes a weapon ranking system, which unlocks your attachments along the way. And this is really where you see a major difference. Having one attachment and then having to purchase 2 more with a perk card and lose equipment? This revival scoffs at that statement and allows you to have not 1, not 2, but 4 fucking attachments and 1 perk on at once. An optic, muzzle, underbarrel, and stock. A variety of attachments for each slot are available, with a multitude of muzzle and optics specifically. These allow you to make your weapon fit however you play and in whatever way you see fit. You can also change attachments on the fly. You unlock something cool while playing in a match? Well, attach it in the menu, and next time you die, ta-da! That suppressor is now being used.
Changing max.
This is something that Call of Duty needed for a long fucking time. Each attachment has its advantages and drawbacks, just as in previous titles, so nothing has really changed in that department. Though, the perks available for each weapon are quite nice. Sleight of Hand returns as a weapon perk this time, not a character perk. Operators are a new addition as a way to show off your rank with new outfits and characters to play as in-game. Unlike Black Ops 4, they don't give you an advantage with free kills. They are just aesthetics. Equipment has your usual, with Semtex, Frags, Molotovs, and C4 making a comeback, with Proximity Mines and Thermite making a first-time appearance. Flashbangs, smoke, stun, and gas are also there as expected, with the new Snapshot Grenade. Toss this bad boy over a wall, have it go off, and give you an outline of the enemies around. Field equipment is a nice addition that adds an element of teamwork, allowing for deployable cover, ammo, and the like to be deployed anywhere and help up the ante for your team. Old game modes are back and with great reception as well. Team Deathmatch, Domination, and Headquarters are available in the beta, with a 20-player Domination and Headquarters available as well. What makes a debut this time around is Gunplay, NVG, Cyber Attack, and the new iteration of Ground War. Ground War now pits 32 v 32 in a grand battle of domination through a large map with the use of vehicles. Though a little clunky, vehicles are fun to use and require very little skill to be good with. I found the games were a little longer, which I personally like, and that added a little more sustenance to the mode itself. You weren't usually fighting over one single point. Multiple were being captured, and you had to split forces to take and defend, and it's usually a fun, chaotic mess. I highly recommend this mode if you are a Blackout fan, as I found it very similar.
We're taking Delta.
Now, Gunplay is a fun one. 2 versus 2 in a small arena, and with the specific mode in this clip, old school. You have to pick up weapons and kill the other team. I had trouble with this at first, as it isn't something I'm used to anymore. But a couple of rounds later, my teammate and I had the match. It was great fun. This, I imagine, will be the new mode for squeakers that want a 1v1 because they are superior. Traditional Gunplay is once again 2v2, but with random loadouts. Each player with that random loadout, making it fair for both teams. Having teamwork and skills plays the biggest part to you winning rounds and eventually the match. Cyber Attack is a very cool mode. It's a lot like Search and Destroy. It's 6 versus 6, but your team has to grab the bomb, and that's both teams have to grab the bomb, which is randomly placed on the map and deliver it to the enemy's target. You have 1 life, but you are able to be revived, which is a very welcome mechanic, and people very rarely use it. Though, in this match specifically, a dude went around and revived everyone. Super solid guy right here.
Oh, this guy knows how to play. Bring those
You're back
odds
online.
back. Good Claymore. I mean, that doesn't probably have the ball. Oh shit,
1 minute
that's
remaining.
what's up.
NVG is a game mode that, unfortunately, I had missed the chance to play. But the rundown is that normal modes and maps will have night versions of them that makes night vision goggles necessary to play on, with very little lighting around the maps. I think this would be a cool mode and add some new content into Call of Duty that isn't just NVG's as a gimmick. I am very excited to see what's going to happen with the full release, and I can't wait to play more of this. Hopefully, new game modes not shown in the beta will make an appearance and will be as great to play. Overall, I have trouble calling this Call of Duty because it truly doesn't feel like it. It's a well-polished game and extremely easy to get into, with the ebb and flow of combat feeling very new to this franchise. This game is extremely fun to play, beautiful to look at, and here's hoping that microtransactions don't come back with a vengeance and Activision actually sticks to their guns over the next month. Modern Warfare will make a fine addition to the lineup of Call of Duty games that have been pelting us with disappointment for so long. I am excited to play through the new and improved campaign, Spec Ops, and finally ranking up and enjoying the multiplayer among many other fans. But until then, I'm going to enjoy the last day of beta, and I hope to see you all in the battlefield come October 25th. And I do mean you all, because Modern Warfare will have true cross-platform for PC, Xbox, and PS4. I can't fucking wait.